we're now going to look at our other skin model. I like calling this model skin with burns because on the back side of this model is actually illustrating first, second, and third degree burns. However, we're going to do that as a case study. So instead we're just going to focus on this side. Now this is slightly different from the green model. This is the pedis region, that's the foot. This is the axillary region, the armpit. And then this is the scalp. Now again, the model shows the three regions of the skin. We have the hypodermis down here. Yes, yellow on yellow works perfectly. So this is the hypodermis on all three sections. The dermis goes from here, that's the top of the dermal papilla, all the way down here. So from here, all the way down there, here, all the way down there. Then we have the epidermis. The regions of the epidermis, I think, are more clear on the other model. However, this right here is the stratum basale. So this would be the stratum basale in the armpit. This is the stratum spinosum. Yes, I know, don't use yellow. I guess that's mustard green, so this is the stratum spinosum. This right here, the C, is the stratum granulosum. So this right here, C, stratum granulosum. Then, this is the stratum corneum, right here. I guess you could not see the G I wrote there. This is the stratum corneum. The difference between the epidermis of the armpit and the epidermis of the sole of the foot is we have this clear layer, which is the stratum lucidum. Lucid means clear. So it has an extra layer. So A, corneum, B, lucidum, C, granulosum, D, spinosum, E, granulosum. Where if we scroll over here to the armpit, we're missing layer B. We just have corneum, granulosum, spinosum, and basale. Then if we scroll over here, we have the same thing. This is the hair scalp. We have corneum, granulosum, spinosum, and basale. So we again have these dermal papilla. So these are the dermal papilla, and again, like I said in lecture, it increases the surface area for these capillaries, so blood can get in, or oxygen can diffuse, blood not getting in. And in the papilla, we have Meissner's corpuscles. He likes his name capitalized, it's an apostrophe S. So if we scroll over just a little bit, we have another Meissner's corpuscle, and there should be a Meissner's corpuscle in all of these. I'll make that circle into a Meissner's corpuscle. There's a sausage. So that is our Meissner's corpuscle. And now deep in the skin, we have our other corpuscle. This is the lamellated Orphacean corpuscle, and it looks like an onion. Now, I like this model. It's on the other model, but it's really busy. We also have these free nerve endings. These will be either pain or temperature receptors. So it could be your big toe telling you the tub is cold, or it could be the bottom of your foot telling you just stepped on a Lego. Now, we have two eccrine glands. There's one eccrine gland. There's the other eccrine gland. So we have our eccrine glands. As you can see, it's a tightly coiled tube. The duct is going to go all the way up to the surface of the skin. And that is our thick skin. Now, if I scroll over, see this gland, how the tube is wider? I guess I can also scroll out so you can see the two together. The tube is a lot wider over here than this. This is an apocrine sweat gland. So apocrine sweat glands have larger lumens. Usually they're down lower. And look, the duct is going to the hair follicle. We also have our hair follicle. Here we have the bulb. We have the bulb right there. We have the root. That's below the surface. And when I took this picture, it was in a dark cabinet, so the shaft, what sticks out, you can't really see. So the shafts would be sticking out like this. So again, this is the root, it's below the skin surface. This is the shaft. And again, we have a lamellated corpuscle, or Orphacean corpuscle, down here, which detects deep touch. So again, I really like this model because the duct of this gland goes to the hair follicle. And you can see it's a continuation of the stratum basale and spinosum. So here is our third part. Again, we have our Pacinian corpuscle. That's our deep touch in our hypodermis. And again, we have a tightly coiled eccrine sweat gland. How can I tell? It's smaller than the apocrine. And look, the duct is going all the way up to the surface. Now, here's a hair follicle. Again, this is the bulb. This is the root. And the shaft will be sticking out. This one's attached to an erector pili muscle. That is the muscle that is going to cause the hairs to stand on end and give you goosebumps. We also have a couple sebaceous glands. This is the sebaceous gland right here. And here's another sebaceous gland right there. And notice the duct is emptying onto the hair follicle too. The sebaceous glands make sebum, which is just oil that is going to help lubricate your skin. So I want to compare this to the histology slides you did in part 2. So here's our epidermis, and this is thin skin. I have the sebaceous gland sitting on top of the hair follicle. I have the eccrine gland hanging out down here. This is the hypodermis. This is the reticular dermis with the dense irregular connective tissue. Very small layer of the palperodermis. And there's my erector pili muscle. We have our bulb. We have our root, so this would be the root. And then this is the shaft of another hair follicle, right there. Now this is thick skin. We could see it has the stratum lucidum right there. And we could see here we have our corpuscles. That we have a Meissner's corpuscle right there in our dermal gland. So there's another Meissner's corpuscle. We have an eccrine sweat gland. Remember I said you have a lot of eccrine glands. That's probably a blood vessel right there. And right here, we have our lamellated corpuscle. So see how much deeper it is and how big it is. So it actually has a humongous receptor. So this is an apocrine sweat gland. See how it has a larger lumen to it? And here's another one, larger lumen. And, oops, no more. So apocrine sweat glands have humongous lumens. And they are only in the axillary region. And here's one more. There's the close-up of the apocrine sweat gland. So, that is our second model. Thank you very much. Have a good day.